Good evening, everyone. And well, it was supposed to be bedtime stories with Miss Angela, but Miss Angela had some things to do. So Miss Tanisha is back for one more bedtime stories. So let's start that over again. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Bedtime Story Time with Willard Library. Now, I know it says bedtime stories with Miss Angela, but she had some things she had to take care of. So Miss Tanisha came in one more time to read you guys a story. Now, if you have been with me for I don't even know how many weeks at this point, you guys know that we have a checklist. So we're going to do the checklist, and there's some other things that I want to tell you about. One, do you have on your comfortable clothes? I hope you do. And if you're feeling a little chilly, you can have a blanket to keep you warm. And of course, what would a story time be without your stuffed animals? Because they love to hear stories. So I hope you have all of those things to get ready for the story. Now, before I even tell you what the story is tonight, I need to know something. Did you know that summer reading has started? It actually started June 8th. And if you are on our Facebook page, you can download these and you can begin to work towards reading and getting your prizes. Now, I hope you're doing it because you love reading, but hey, why not do something you love and get some prizes along the way? Now, if you can't download it, you can come to the library and request them through the curbside pickup. So starting June 15th, you can get one of these summer reading logs through the curbside pickup. Now, I have a goal. I want at least 700 kids to participate in this summer reading program. So I'm hoping that you all will help me reach my goal. And I also want at least 250 teens to participate in our summer reading program. So please help Miss Tanisha out. I really, really, really want you guys to participate in the summer reading program. All right. So tonight, we are going to be reading Bear's Loose Tooth. And this is by Karma Wilson and Jane Chapman. And I want to say thank you to Simon and Schuster for allowing me to read this story tonight. Now, Mr. Dungy's going to throw up a question. And the question is, have you ever lost a tooth? And if you have, how old were you? Now, I can't remember that far back because when I tell you it probably was over 30 years ago, I mean, it was a long time. So I'm not really sure how old I was. But I would love to hear if you've lost one and how old you were when you lost your first tooth. Now, remember, if you answer in the comments during the story, Mr. Dungy actually will post your comment on the screen. So please, I love it when I see those comments. It makes me happy that people are watching along with me. So are you guys ready? Let's go. Bear's Loose Tooth. From a cave in the forest came a munch, munch, crunch as Bear and his friends all nibbled on their lunch. Bear savored every bite. He gulped and he gobbled. Then there in his mouth, something wiggled and it wobbled. As Bear nibbled food, something moved when he chewed. It was Bear's loose tooth. Bear pointed in his mouth and he said, "Oh dear, my tooth feels funny. It's the one right here." Bear frowned and he worried. Tears welled in his eyes. But how will I eat if my tooth says goodbye? Hare said, "Open wide." Then he looked inside and saw Bear's loose tooth. Mouse squealed, "Don't fret, don't fuss. Look, see, a new tooth will grow where the old used to be." "Will help," said Wren. "I know what to do. It's out with the old and it's in with the new." Wren perched on Bear's lip and he got a good grip on Bear's loose tooth. Oh my goodness, is this bird gonna pull his tooth out? Wren pulled on the tooth with all of his might. "Is it out?" asked Bear, but it stayed stuck tight. "I'm a bit too small for the job," said Wren, "so I will grab the tooth," but the tooth stayed in. Badger said, "I'll try," and he gave a big pry on Bear's loose tooth. They all took a turn, but the tooth wouldn't budge. Then Bear used his tongue and he gave a little nudge. His tooth wiggled to and fro. Then what do you know? Is it going to come out? Bear's tooth fell out. Oh my. Bear danced a big dance. Bear grinned a big grin. Bear held up his tooth and he showed all his friends. Bear seems pretty excited to have lost his tooth. Now, if I lose a tooth at my age, I'm not going to be excited. Bear looked in the mirror and he laughed at his smile. A new tooth would come, but it might take a while. That night in bed, right next to his head, lay Bear's loose tooth. Ooh, what's going to happen? While he slept and he snored, a fairy fluttered in, and she left blueberries where Bear's tooth had been. Ooh, get blueberries. He woke in the morning and found the sweet treat. Bear's friends came for breakfast. They sat down to eat. Bear gulped and he gobbled, and he felt something wobble. Uh-oh. Bear's loose tooth. Now that is the end of the story. I hope you enjoyed it. Tune in next week on Thursdays at 7 p.m. Miss Angela will be back and she'll be reading another bedtime story. And don't forget, please participate in our summer reading program. It started June 8th, but it's not too late. Call us down at the library and you can pick it up June 15th if you can't download it or print it. All right, guys, I've enjoyed you. Have a good night. Goodbye.